Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at commuting in and around the Jupiter area and what that might mean for you if you work locally, or perhaps you need to travel longer distances to the home office in Miami, or maybe even New York. Jupiter is very accessible, and I'm going to show you more about getting around the northern Palm Beaches right now. Now, Jupiter, like many other South Florida locales, is not particularly walkable. Yes, there may be a bike ride here or there, but for the most part, if we're getting to where we gotta go, we're hopping in something with at least four wheels or maybe even a set of wings. Let's break it down into planes, trains, and automobiles. Starting with planes, an awesome part about living in Jupiter is that you feel like you're out of the big city, but when the time comes to travel distances, we've got Palm Beach International Airport only 20 minutes away. A matter of fact, we have 3 international airports within 90 minutes, including PBI, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami. Now, few places can make that claim. Out of PBI alone, there's several direct flights to major Northeast region airports: DC, Atlanta, Chicago, even Montreal, and Toronto. PBI is one of my favorite places to fly from because it's just so easy and manageable. Still talking planes, if you fly private, you have additional options: North County Airport and Witham Field. North County Airport is just a few miles west of Palm Beach Gardens and is operated by Signature Flight Support. Witham Field is only about 35 minutes north of Jupiter and is owned and operated by Martin County. Okay, let's jump to trains. Traveling by train is a great option if you live in Jupiter and need to commute to Fort Lauderdale or Miami. We'll start with the Tri-Rail, our public local commuter line operated by the South Florida RTA. The Tri-Rail stops at 18 stations from Mangonia Park in West Palm Beach all the way down to the airport in Miami. It's been in service since the mid-'80s. It's an economical way to travel through South Florida, but with all those stops and slower operational speeds, it's not as fast or as cush as our second rail option, the Brightline. The Brightline launched in early 2018 and has quickly become the favorite of working professionals and travelers looking to commute with more creature comforts, faster speeds, and fewer stops. The Brightline currently has stations in West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, Aventura, and Miami, with expansions in the work for Orlando and beyond. This option is going to set you back a few more bucks, but you'll enjoy comfier seating, complimentary Wi-Fi, and if you opt for the premium ticket, included snacks and beverages, including the good stuff. The Brightline runs in excess of 80 miles an hour, so it really gets moving, and I'll add that the stations are state-of-the-art and beautiful. Now for commuting by car. Jupiter happens to be one of the few places Interstate 95 and the Florida Turnpike, the toll road, come together. In fact, they run parallel here, and both are accessible one after the other from Indiantown Road. This is super convenient depending on where your final destination is, with I-95 generally staying more east and the Turnpike more west. Traveling by car, you'll also want to be aware of the drawbridges. With a little planning, delays can be avoided, but every now and then you're going to get stuck and be forced into 5 minutes of peace and solitude watching the boats go by. If you're traveling north or southbound on US 1, you have to be mindful of 2 spots: the bridge just north of Indiantown Road in Jupiter that crosses over the Jupiter Inlet and opens on demand. The second bridge just south of PGA Boulevard in North Palm Beach, which opens at 15 and 45 minutes after the hour. Hey, sometimes getting stuck is just luck of the draw. Bridge. Most boat traffic can pass underneath both with no interruption to road traffic, but the occasional yacht or sailboat will require an opening. Same goes for the bridge heading over to Jupiter Island on Beach Road. This is known locally as Cato's Bridge and is located just north of the Jupiter Lighthouse, crossing over the Intercoastal Waterway. The bridges running east to west are much the same. The bridges at Indiantown Road and Donald Ross in Jupiter and PGA Boulevard in Palm Beach Gardens will only open on the hour and half hour. You're not guaranteed to get stuck at those times because it'll only open if there's a need to do so. As you can see, we've got a number of ways to commute in and throughout the northern Palm Beaches. I hope this video was helpful, and if you're considering a move to the Jupiter area, please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. You can get me at 561-400-5311 or connect through my additional contact information in the description below.